Come with us as we decide to take this crazy freaking leap and move from Key West, Florida, all the way to Cancun, Mexico. We got to the airport bright and early, and at this point, we were like, what the fuck are we even doing? This is actually kind of insane, but we've been planning it for about 2 years, so we knew that we had to do it. We were having a hard time because our bags were super heavy, but 800 smackers later, for Edgar's bag and my bag and the two dogs, Edgar was finally helping this lady get the bags over since it was a little bit heavy for her to have. He decided to be so generous and be an employee for about 30 seconds. Off to security we went. We were super excited to get through because we were starting to just get a little bit nervous, especially Ruby. She did not want to go back in that bag after we took her out through security. She was fighting it and fighting it. She was like, oh, hell no, I don't know what you're about to do. But girl, I paid $200 for you to ride in the front cabin with me, so you better get your ass back in that bag. Stop playing around. We've got shit to do. So we made it through. We decided to go ahead and get some coffee, and then here we are boarding our plane to Atlanta. We landed. It was a nice and bright sunrise. Jasper absolutely hated flying. I did not get a video, but he had to be snuck onto my lap. This is us trying to use the dog relief station, but my dogs are island dogs, so they're kind of like, what the fuck is this weird smelling green carpet? I kept trying to put them on the grass, but they just would not go. They absolutely hated it. Every time I put them on there, they jumped right off. They were like, this is not for me. As you can see, Ruby is an island dog. She just peed right on the floor next to the trash can. But anyway, we headed over, walking through the terminal. This is my favorite terminal to walk through, so I'm so glad Edgar got to see it because it's just so pretty. We headed over to the American Express Lounge, and I thought it was hilarious because this is Edgar's first lounge experience, and he just wanted cucumbers, avocados, and chicken sausage, which was just funny to me. But whatever, buddy, you got a day pass, you're in here, do whatever you want. This was us as we boarded our flight to Cancun. We were super excited at this point. The nerves had kind of settled up until about here. When we were like starting to land, we were just starting to get really nervous, right? We had spent 2 years planning this entire thing, and it was just crazy to us that we had finally decided to take this leap, right? We left a town. I had lived there for 13 years. Edgar had lived in Key West for about 24. So it was just crazy that we were deciding to get out of our comfort zone and do something new. As soon as we landed, we headed right on over to immigration to go ahead and get our passport stamps, and I screwed up in my new country for 7 seconds, and I already fucked up. This is one of those moments where you can't always trust ChatGPT for everything that you do, because I had thought that my entry paperwork were somewhere else, so I got the wrong stamp. Instead of the temporary resident visa, I got a normal tourist stamp, so we had to get that all switched up. Once it was fixed, we headed over to get our dogs inspected, and this guy gave us the hardest time telling me that Ruby was brown, not red. So we had to like joke around with him to be able to let him let us through. So we made our way over to the place where they transported you to where we go pick up our rental car, and we were starting to feel tired, but we were still in good spirits up until about the time that we went to the rental car counter. I didn't record because I was overwhelmed, but apparently they charged us about $2,000 in optional fees that we didn't know were optional. The guy did not give us an option whatsoever. So we went home. At this point, we were here. I was so mentally drained, I could not even figure out how to unlock our house. Like, I could not get the keys in my Airbnb to work. So fortunately, Edgar had a little bit more brain power than I did, and he was able to get us in. We regrouped super quick, and then we decided to go on over to Walmart to get some quick essentials. And this is where I realized I was going to have to learn peso conversions super fast, because everything was in pesos, and to get to the checkout lane and it to be 3,000 pesos was pretty alarming for me, especially at the end of a long travel day. So we decided to stop off, get some tacos, make everything super easy. We're here. We made it, baby.